the next is adsorption isotherm. What is isotherm? The isotherm, see, the term means what? This is indicate the temperature. This indicates a temperature, and this iso words means constant. So the isotherm means the constant temperature. That adsorption isotherm is a constant temperature. The meaning of the adsorption isotherm is the variation amount of a gas adsorbed by the adsorbent with pressure at a constant temperature. This is called adsorption isotherm. The amount of gas adsorbed by the adsorbent with pressure at constant temperature is called adsorption isotherm. See the Freundlich. Then next is the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. Freundlich adsorption isotherm. He gave a empirical relationship between the quantity of gas adsorbed by unit of mass solid adsorbent and pressure at particular temperature. See, that relationship is x by m is equal to k p power 1 by n. X by m is equal to k p power 1 by n. So here the n is equal to greater than 1. This is the condition. See here, where x is the mass of gas absorbed, m is a mass of the adsorbent, p is the pressure, k and n is the constant. That is the constant depends upon the nature of the adsorbent and the gas particular temperature. So this is the relationship. See, usually the graph like this. This is adsorption isotherm graph. The adsorption isotherm graph. This x by m versus pressure. X by m versus pressure. See, the different curves are obtained here. The different curves are obtained. You can see in your NCERT book. The different curves are obtained here, and the temperatures also, like 195 Kelvin, 244 Kelvin and 273 Kelvin. See, the relationship usually represented from curve, whereas mass of the gas absorbed per gram of the adsorbent, that is this plotted against x by m versus pressure. See, the decrease the physical adsorption with increase in temperature. Decrease, the main point is there is a decrease in physical adsorption with increase in temperature. See, this curves always seem to approach saturation at a high pressure. This is saturation at high pressure. So taking a log of this take log of this empirical relationship, the Freundlich empirical relationship, log of x by m is equal to log of k plus 1 by n into log of p. So this is the based on the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. See, the validity of the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. The same thing, you have to take the logarithm. See, log of x by m versus log p versus log p. Log of x by m versus log of p. See, it will gives a straight line. See, the verified by the plotting x log of x by m. This is an y-axis. This is a y-axis, and this is a x-axis. Ordinate and abscissa. See, it comes a straight line. For example, see, look at here. It gives a straight line. It gives a straight line and the slope like this. See, obtain a slope like this. This is a slope. So this I am going to give A and B, and this is called intercept K. The intercept K, that is log K. This is log of K. This is intercept, and this is log P. The log P goes like this. The pressure goes like this. See the slope of this. This is a slope. The slope is called 1 by n. 1 by n. That is the straight line value. This is the straight line value. So this is the intercepts of the y axis. This y axis gives the log K. This is the log K. This Freundlich adsorption isotherms explain the behavior of the adsorption in an approximate manner. This is Freundlich adsorption isotherm. This is adsorption isotherm, and this is a Freundlich adsorption isotherm. So the factor of this, see, look at this, the factor of 1 by n. The 1 by n, the values between 0 to 1. The values between the 0 to 1. The probable range is 0.1 to 0.5. So this is the limited range of pressure. This is only for the limited range of pressure. When suppose if pressure is high, means this is not valid. Okay. So see, look at this. The Freundlich adsorption isotherm only validates, it gives a straight line, otherwise not valid. Okay. See here, the 1 by n value, 0 to 1. This is the range is 0 to 1. When 1 by n, suppose 1 by n is equal to 0, x by m is equal to constant. So when 1 by n is equal to 0, x by n is equal to constant. Here the adsorption isotherm, that is the adsorption isotherm independent of pressure. Here independent of pressure, independent pressure. Suppose when 1 by n is equal to 1 and x by m is equal to k, constant and pressure, that is x by m is inversely proportional to pressure. That means the adsorption isotherm varies directly with pressure. So the both conditions, see, the both conditions are supports by the experimental methods only. That is the experimental result. So the experimental isotherms always seems to be approach the saturation at high pressure. This cannot be explained the Freundlich isotherm, because the Freundlich isotherm only limited range of pressure. This is only for high pressure. So this fails at the high pressure. The adsorption isotherm, Freundlich adsorption isotherms fails at the high pressure. Okay. The next is adsorption from solution phase. Adsorption from solution phase. Adsorption from solution phase. For example, solid can adsorb solute from solution. See, for example, acetic acid. The acetic acid, that is aqueous solution of acetic acid, shaken with the charcoal. What happens? The concentration of the acetic acid is decreases, because the charcoals absorb the acetic acid. So the concentration is decreases. Similarly, the litmus solution react with the charcoal paper. So what have charcoal? So what happened? The colorless, the litmus solution becomes colorless. Similarly, the precipitate of magnesium hydroxide that attains blue color in the precipitate of magnesium reagent. So this colors due to the the adsorption of magnesium. So these having some solution phase. See, this is having some solution phase. First, the extent of adsorption decreases. The extent of adsorption decrease with increase in temperature. The first one. Then the extent of adsorption increase with increase of surface area. Then third one, the extent of adsorption depends on the concentration of the solute. Solute in solution. The fourth one is the extent of adsorption depends on the nature of the adsorbent and the adsorbate. These are the main things. See, the precise mechanism, the adsorption from solution is not known. The Freundlich equation approximately describes the behavior of the adsorption from solution with a different, that is, instead of pressure. See, for example, x by m is equal to k c power n. Here, instead of pressure. So, see, because of the solution phase, gaseous phase means pressure is occur, solution phase, so that concentration, so that c. So, c power 1 by n. So, here the c is a equilibrium concentration. So, the when adsorption is complete, okay. And taking log of this, log of x by m is equal to log of k plus 1 by n log c. So, plotting against the log of x by m against c, log of x by m against c, that is concentration, okay. So, you will be getting a graph, that is a straight line. See, only Freundlich absorption gives a straight line, means that is valid, otherwise not valid, okay. The next we will see the applications of adsorption isotherm. Applications of adsorption isotherm. See, where in this process is used, that is called application. So, applications of adsorption isotherm using various branches. See, production of high vacuum, then gas mask, then control of humidity, then removal of color matter from the solution, heterogeneous catalysis, then separation of inert gases in curing disease, adsorption indicators, then chromatographic technique. Last one is froth flotation process. The first one is the production of high vacuum. The production of high vacuum, the remaining traces of air can be adsorbed by charcoal from vessel, that is evacuated by the vacuum pump to give a very high vacuum. That is the production of high vacuum. This is the application. Then gas mask, where it is used. Usually that is used in the breathing in coal mines, that the mine absorbs the poisonous gas. So, people were using that coal mines, because the coal mine containing so many poisonous gas. So, the poisonous gas are adsorbed, okay. Then the control of the humidity. The control of humidity, that is silica and alumina gels are used as an adsorbent for removing of the moisture, okay. That is the controlling the humidity. Then removal of color. The removal of color, that is matter from the solution. For example, the animal charcoal. The animal charcoal removes color of solution by adsorbing colored impurities. So, this is the one of the application, removal of color. Then heterogeneous catalysis. The heterogeneous catalysis. See, heterogeneous means the different phases. that there are two different phases are involved, that is heterogeneous. So the catalyst is a different phases, reactant phase is different and the catalyst phase is different. Using of the heterogeneous catalysis, for example, reactant the solid surface and the catalyst increase the rate of reaction. So many gaseous reaction, that is the manufacturers of ammonia, that is catalyst using of manufacture of ammonia using iron catalyst, iron catalyst manufacturers of ammonia, manufacturers of ammonia. Then the contact process, sulfuric acid, the contact process, nickel used as a catalyst. So these are the heterogeneous catalysts. Then the separation of inert gases. Separation of inert gases means that is the degree of adsorption, that is the different degree of the adsorption gas by charcoal. A mixture of a noble gas can be separated by adsorption on a coconut charcoal at a different temperatures. So this is the separation of inert gases. We are using the separation of inert gases. Then in curing disease, see that kills germs. See, kill germs by getting adsorbed on them. So the curing of disease also we are using. Then adsorption indicators. The adsorption indicators, for example, surfaces of certain precipitated, such as, see, the adsorption indicator, that surface of certain precipitated, like silver halides, the properties of absorbing some dyes like using fluorescein, etc. See, that is the characteristics of the end point. So area chrome, black tea, the various indicators are there. That is the end point, using of the end point. Then the chromatographic technique. The chromatographic technique, that is based on the adsorptions of fine, there is number of applications in analytical and industrial industries, industrial purpose, industrial fields also we are using the chromatographic technique. Then froth flotation process, that is low grade ore, sulfide ores are concentrated by separating the froth flotation process, usually sulfide ores, using this froth flotation process. This will discuss in the isolation elements, that is general principles and isolation element. We will discuss the froth flotation process and the chromatographic techniques. Okay, this is the adsorption isotherms application. Next is catalysis. We will discuss in next class catalysis.